Oh, it's Rick Taylor.
I'm director producer Rob Phillips, and this is Rap Drive.
Yo, what's going on? It's your boy Rick Taylor back with another episode of the Rap Draft. And I got my boy Robert Phillips with me, man. What's going on?
It's good, man. How's it going?
Pretty good, man. Here on the Rap Draft, we like to interview artists of all kind, not just music artists, whatever art you do, whether you're a movie producer, beat maker, painter, barber, whatever you do, this is the platform for you. And we pretty much like to give the fans or the people who don't know you a more insight on your life and let them know like what you do. So with that being said, my first question for you is, where were you born and raised?
I was born in Chicago, Illinois, and I was raised in Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Now, when you was like raised in Milwaukee, where did you grow up at in Milwaukee?
Oh, man, I grew up in the hood. I grew up on 2nd and Center, right over there behind, as they call it, Lit Generals in the post office. So everything was over there, so everybody it was a lit situation over there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's funny that you mentioned that because I actually kind of grew up close by there too, like 4th and Center. Like, I had family over there, and we used to live in that house, on that big brown house on the corner, right across the street from that gas station. Man, it was some fun times, man.
Man, definitely.
Yeah. So what was life like as a kid for you growing up?
Oh, man. Life, honestly, for me and my perspective was we grew up poor. And when I say poor, I don't mean like, all right, we had nothing. What I mean is that we didn't have everything that we should have had. We grew up on food stamps. Hell, my allowance was damn near like just like $5 every 2 weeks or something like that. It was just whatever my parents could afford. So when I say we grew up poor, yeah, grew up poor. I used to have socks for mittens because we couldn't afford to get gloves. I used to go to school with holes in my shoes. But we made it work. We survived. You know?
And that's good. Like, that it'd be like that at times. Like you got to go through something, and it's a part of your story and your journey, and it shows you like where you come from, and it makes you humble and let you know where you're trying to go and where you don't want to be back again. But it's all a part of the story. It's the beauty in the script.
Oh yeah, definitely is.
Now, for the people who want to know, who is Robert Phillips?
Man, Rob Phillips is a producer, director, a writer, sometimes actor, but overall I'm a filmmaker.
Mm-hmm. Okay, now what inspired you to like get into film and like create like movies and be a producer and stuff like that?
My inspiration came from when I was in high school. I wrote my first script in high school. I wish I could find it now. Before I knew anything about Resident Evil, I created a script called Sanctual Evil. And I wrote that script with some friends there back in high school. I don't know where they at now. But that script was the start of everything for my filmmaking career, along with the movie Cruel Intentions. Mm-hmm. Cruel Intentions was one of my favorite films that inspired me to become a filmmaker. But not just a filmmaker, because I wanted to be Sebastian at the time. Dude was the biggest biggest player of all. And I wanted to be that dude. So that was my inspiration to get into film.
All right, that's dope. And we don't have a lot of it's crazy. It's rare to see that here. Like we see like a lot of people want to do music or sports, but you don't really see too many people in the movie and the film like field. So I think that's always dope to have something different.
Oh, yeah.
Now, would you classify? I know you say you write, but would you classify as a movie producer?
Yes.
Okay. Now, what is a movie producer's job for the people who want to know or don't know?
Well, the movie producer job is to put everything together. You throw everything into a pot and make sure it comes out cooked, done, finished, so everyone else can taste it as and see it, and then you continue to repeat the cycle. So a producer will pretty much try to get budget, get actors, get crew, get locations, crafty, just make sure the set runs smoothly from pre-production, production, and post-production.
Mm-hmm. Now, is it hard? Like, cause it might sound like to people, it might sound easy, like, oh, you just getting this together. But is it hard? Like, is it hard work for you?
It's extremely hard work. Cause you got a lot of down, especially when you're independent. You gotta you got to work your way. You got to try to finesse your way without finessing people, because you still want people to work with you in the long run when you have money or when you don't have money. And money is the key to making everything, but it's not the key to your success. But being a producer has its ups, has its downs. Once the film is done, it's a lot of ups. But during the film process, it's a mixture of up and down.
Mm-hmm. Like, cause now my next question is, I don't want to be too nosy, but like it's a lot of people want to know this question cause they ask a lot. How much does it take? How much does it usually take to make a film?
Well,
and that's with everything included, like the locations, the hiring the crew, and everything.
Well, if you're shooting a real film, you can have the smallest budget. You could shoot a film for $5,000, and you can shoot a film for $50,000. Then you can shoot a film for $1 million plus. It just depends on your networking, who you know, and what you're trying to accomplish. My first film, literally, role play, we shot that somewhere around like $5,000 for that film. Then every other film I did after that, the money just literally went up because 1, we were trying to improve our quality, 2, get better actors, 3, get better talent, 4, get better locations, and 5, overall, just make sure people got paid for their time.
I saw that movie, by the way, too, Role Play, and I think I saw it on Amazon Prime or Tubi, one of the two.
Yeah, it's on both.
Yeah, I think it was pretty dope, bro. Like, it was just good to see. Like, it's always good for me to see people in Milwaukee, just period, anywhere, but period from Milwaukee. Like, dang, he did that, I can do it too, and we actually got this talent to do this and these keys to do it. So,
oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I think that was dope. Now, how does the process work there's another question people probably want to know. How does the process work of making the money? Like, I know you put the money into it, so like, how does it work after you made the movie, and what's the process of like seeing money come back from it? Like, how do you get paid from it and stuff like that?
Well, it's different if you, again, it's different lanes where you're independent or where you're in the Hollywood field. Since I'm technically still independent, my money comes back from Amazon Prime, Tubi. The main thing what you want to do is once you filmed your project and it's done, you want to premiere it at like a movie theater so you can recoup back some of your money off top right then. Then you'll go to the process of streaming services and recoup that money on a residual as well.
Mm-hmm. Now, when you say with the premiere, you mean like by selling the tickets?
Selling tickets at a movie theater. I think when we did role play, we premiered role play at the art museum. It was actually really good. The mayor came out. A bunch of people came out. It was a red carpet event. It was spectacular. It's about I think it's almost 12 years ago. Wow. Yeah, and it was so real, man. It was unbelievable. It was my first film. And I was in school at the time, and just to have that film come out and people like, oh my God, Milwaukee did something for Milwaukee. It was very great, man. It was really good.
That was good. Now, was it hard, like putting together, like how did you get all those people to come out? Was it a lot of people you know, or some people you didn't know? And did you promote it like through Facebook or through like just out here in the streets or the radio? Like, how did you?
We did everything. We promoted word of mouth, social media, radio. What else? Just like everyone who was involved, it was like, hey, if you can just get 5 people, boom, 5 people show up, that'd be great from all the talent that we knew. So if 5 people came, they would bring an additional 5 people because usually couples come. So then that where you sell more tickets. But mainly the best thing that you could do is word of mouth advertising.
All right. Okay. Now, how long you been producing?
I've been producing since 2010. Yeah, I want to say like 2010. So almost over a decade, pretty much.
Yeah. Now, I think you answered this, but I'm not sure. I'm gonna just go back over and make sure. What are the pros and cons of being a producer or just making a film? Period.
The pros of the producer is that you run the show. It's you who's telling what can be done, what you signing off on, what's the time limit we have to shoot a scene, setting up everything, getting actors, talking to actors. So basically, you're the person who's geeking up everything to get everyone to show up for this big party that no one knows what's about to happen for, you know? Mm-hmm. So that's right there is a big pro. The con is trying to get big actors on low budgets. That's a con. Trying to get crew members who are very talented at what they do at a low budget that you can afford. That's a con. Because the thing is that everyone wants to get paid for their time, and that is just what it is, you know. But a lot of people can't afford to pay people for what they're worth. And it's no disrespect to them if you're coming at them correctly, but if you come at them wrongly, then yeah, that's a big con right there.
Right. Okay. So now, recently I've heard that I think I seen it from on your page and stuff. You was working with like certain programs or certain networks and stuff. Like, explain that.
Yeah. So for me, it's like it's kind of surreal right now, and it's kind of I cuss on this. Yeah. All right, cool. It's kind of fucked up that 2021 is the year that a lot of things started to happen for me, and I've been making films since 2010. And COVID is the reason why I'm getting my foot in the door with networks. Recently, I just worked on an HBO Max show back in January for about like 4 months. Then got off of that and worked with Discovery Channel, worked with A&E Network, and now I'm about to work with Netflix. So that shit is crazy, man. That's mad crazy.
Now, what would you be doing? Like, what was you doing on those networks? Like, what was you doing on your job, and what would you be doing on Netflix?
I was doing exactly the opposite of what I normally do. I produce, I direct, I gaff, I grip, I do pretty much everything. And the one thing that got me in the door is being a COVID compliance officer. And what the COVID compliance officer does is that they make sure the show runs smoothly without any hiccups of having anyone get COVID or having COVID on the set. So basically, you pretty much are the one who's telling the director, the first AD, the gaffers what they can and what they can't do. And so I had to do that with the HBO show for about I think 60 some people. And then now my biggest one, I'm about to be over 300 something people in Atlanta. And it's kind of crazy, you know, but at the same time, I'm very excited for it.
That's dope. Now, how did you end up getting these roles and these jobs? Like, did you apply for them a certain way, or it's like people reaching out?
The sad part is that you would think that you could fill out an application and show them your resume of the things that you did, but it's not how Hollywood works. Hollywood is basically, who do you know? And I basically went through the HBO Max part of just being myself. And I'm a natural hard worker, especially when it comes to film, and the people saw that. And from that point, I started networking with them and just talking to those people. And hey, I got a job for you. I got a gig for you. You available for it? I've had plenty of shows come up in the past couple months that I couldn't take because I was working on other stuff. I had some CW projects come up for me on some things, and I just happened to be doing some other stuff. But it's basically off of networking.
Mm-hmm. And that's dope, man. That's really dope that you network and it's really working out for you in your favor, because I know you've been doing it for a while. And sometimes it takes that long journey, and a lot of times us, as people, we give up.
Yeah.
When we this close, we can be this close and we just give up right before we're supposed to get that opportunity and got to start all over.
Exactly. You never know what happens, man. You just don't give up. Because right now, I know there are some people that look at me that have known me for years and be like, yo, I'm trying to be where you at. And I'm saying to myself, I'm still not even the spot that I'm trying to be at. Right. I still got a lot more to go, and exactly. I'm going to achieve it.
Exactly. That's the same thing people be saying. I see you doing it. Nah, I'm just at the beginner stage, but I appreciate it.
Yep.
Now, any advice for any up and coming movie producers or writers or anything?
Man, honestly, I've wore so many hats. I can give advice for each and every position for a filmmaker, for a director. learn cinematography. You know, learn the rules of filmmaking so you can break them. Gaffer is all about the lighting. You know, learn the modes of emotions, and constantly watch other gaffers, watch movies, and ask yourself, how did they light this? Where's the light coming from? What did they use to achieve this? Because gaffers and DPs are just as important as the director. They create the set, they create the mode to get people into this, to get people to see their visual of what they're trying to create, you know. But don't get it twisted. Like gaffer, DP, director, they're at the top of the lines. But even if you're a PA, like PA, every position is still important, and PAs are looked down upon, but they shouldn't, because they help make the movie or help make the set flow, because they do the legwork that no one wants to do. You know, but they sit there and work hard. And some of the time, those PAs are actually good directors, good gaffers. They are good at something else, but the only way they can get into a real network is by just being that PA.
Right. You got to crawl before you walk. Like, it's like anything, like, you know what I'm saying? Now, I got 2 questions left for you. My next one is like, what is your goals with filmmaking?
Man, my goal is to be better than Jordan Peele, to be better than Childish Gambino, to be better than Will Packard, to be better than Tyler Perry, you know, Gary F. Gray, to be better than all the black filmmakers that I see here that puts out so much stuff. And it's nothing like a competition. It's just that they're so damn good at what they do. And I want people to see that I'm just as great. You know,
I get it. And most definitely, you can reach that goal, man. Now, my final question for you is, I ask everyone who come on this show this question, and that's, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
I see myself taking over Atlanta, like legit taking over Atlanta. I'm already in networks with some people down there, like some comedians that have big time social media presence. And I'm sitting on mad scripts for comedy skits, and I think it's going to take off well, because one of my other shows I do called I Might Be Funny has like gotten good reviews from a lot of people. So I feel that if I add more talent to the talent that I'm already using, I'm actually going to get to the point where I'm going to get when people notice me.
Yeah, most definitely. I see you definitely like on the right track. You got a good head on your shoulders. You know, like you've been doing what you're doing, you staying consistent. So like I can definitely see all this happening for you if you stay down your grind, don't worry about what nobody got to say about you, and keep taking the risks that you take. And I want to applaud you, man, because congratulations, man.
Yeah, appreciate it, man.
You're welcome, because it take a lot of hard work to like move around, chase your dreams, like sacrifice.
And that's the point. I don't know how much more time you got, because I can talk forever. But for instance, like Milwaukee, a lot of people in Milwaukee don't understand that a 30-second commercial takes hours to film and then hours to edit. When it comes to the hard work, a lot of people don't understand the sacrifices I literally made throughout the 10 years of filmmaking. I've literally gone broke. I literally had to stay at the school that I'm attending to finish a project 2-3 o'clock in the morning, and only getting paid $75 for it. You know, I sat there, I put in so much work. I helped so many people out that a lot of people like right now look at a lot of the filmmakers here and be like, that dude is dope. It's like, I helped that person out before. I've done done things for this person. I literally put my hands in so much stuff in Milwaukee that a lot of people don't know, and I'm fine with that. It's just the simple fact that my work ethic speaks for itself. I've done so much, and like I said, it took about 10 years. It's worth it. It's finally showing that it's worth it.
Yeah, man, and it's definitely worth it. Like you did, you know, you've been doing it since 2010. It's 2021 now, and you finally getting your foot in the door, and it's only gonna lead to bigger things, man.
Oh yeah, man, definitely bigger things, and like I said, I'm proud of my accomplishments of a lot of stuff that I've done. A lot of the celebrities I work with. I worked with the Tate brothers, Rodney Perry, Mel Jackson, even like right now, Corey Bell, comedian, Jess Neese, comedian, Kelly Kells, T Dot, Myron Jew, cheating ass Myron. Like a lot of these people that people see out there, work with them, and it's been a pleasure to work with them. I love these people that I work with, man.
All right. Now let me ask you another question. I noticed you've been working with a lot of big names, and the person who really stuck out to me was one of the Tate brothers. It was Lamar Tate.
Yeah, Lamar Tate. Yep.
Like, now what's it like? I don't know if you can explain this or you could talk about it. Like, how much does it cost for an actor like Lamar Tate to be in one of your films?
Well, it's not about the cost. It's what can you do for them, and it's the film is worth it. Because majority of the time, like right now, so take Deion Taylor for instance. Deion Taylor he's not an independent filmmaker, but if you're looking at him from the outside looking in, he is the independent filmmaker in Hollywood doing his own thing. So what a lot of times what he would do is he'll get a big name star, but he will get them as talent, but they will also get producer credit. And what people need to understand is that the producers are the ones who make the money. It's like you'll have fans that say that's my favorite actor. Your favorite actor has a favorite director. Your favorite director has a favorite producer. Why? Because those people are the ones who bring in the money. So getting talent, you want to make sure that you're offering them something that's worth it. And oftentimes offering them producers credits are sometimes better than paying them cash or paying them a check, because they understand the worth and what the results will be for them.
Okay, that's cool. Well, yeah, like I said, man, I appreciate you for coming on the show. I wish you the best of luck, and you definitely on the right path, bro. And I'm rooting for you, and keep doing what you're doing, man.
Man, I appreciate it, man. Hard work, man. Grinding.
Yeah.